Good morning, Dr. Kwame Asah-Asante. Can you hear me?
Good morning. Yeah.
Good.
It's loud and clear now. Please go ahead with your question.
Fantastic. Good to have you on the line. So you're a political science lecturer at the University of Ghana. I'm curious, what is the significance of a Alan Kyerematen, Ivor Greenstreet political alliance running up to election 2024?
Are you sure that is the case? I don't know. But you media people also have your ways of getting information. So I will not underestimate your capacity to be able to get information in this regard. But come back to your question.
Yes, sir.
Right. Yes. In politics, there are alliances, there are forces that you can put together. The ultimate thing is to win power and form the next government. So for all political actors, they want to do anything under the sun to be able to win power. And that is in tandem with the definition by Harold Laswell, who said that politics is who gets what, when and how. It doesn't matter how you get it. All right? What it matters is that at the end of the day, you have power, and then you are going to run the affairs of the state, and all the benefits associated with it will come to you.
Right? If this alliance were to happen, who would benefit, who would be at a disadvantage?
If you look at the alliance, if there's anything of that nature that he's going to align himself, is it with the CPP or Mr. Greenstreet? I want to be clear on that.
Greenstreet for now.
Sorry?
Greenstreet, Ivor.
Yeah. These are giants within the political space of this country. Mr. Greenstreet has been a very important figure in the politics of the CPP and by extension this country. He has contested a number of elections, lost, but it tells you how strong he is, how popular he is, and then, the rest of it. If you look at Mr. Kyerematen, he's a giant within the NPP. He has served his country very well as somebody who is honest, who is hardworking, and who nobody up to date has been able to label him in a negative way relative to issue of corruption and the rest of them. No, he's free from that. So you realize that you are dealing with a credible candidate, a very important candidate, and somebody who is popular and somebody who has certain things under his sleeves. He's somebody, a man with vision. He talks very little. He is a man who comes from very two important constituencies who determine the voting direction of this country one way or the other, the central region and Ashanti region. He is somebody who has really worked for the party that he wants to leave and then form this force to face the 2024 election. So by all description, you can say that Mr. Kyerematen is a force to reckon with. So if they decide to form a force that is going to contest the election, then it's not going to be easy. But one thing is clear, he will not win if he goes as an independent candidate. Because if you look at the history of this country, independent candidates, even parliamentary, have struggled to win power. Come to talk about presidential, we don't know of the republics. And so it is alien to our political history in this country. And it tells you that it doesn't find favor with the voters who vote in this country. So if you are going on that route, then you are likely to be confronted with a problem. But if that is the intention, he is not going to win, because the two-party tradition is so strong in this country, the party tradition, that the parties are so strong. People identify with parties, they vote for parties, that when you are a party, you are with a party, and you decide to go away from the party, there are some who you carry along, and there are some who will stay and still want to maintain the party because of the benefits of political parties. So, obviously, you are not likely to survive if you go as an independent. Look at places where two-party tradition has existed for a very long time. United States of America, that of Britain, that of Canada, and the rest of them. Independent candidates have never survived. America, you talk about some years ago where a gentleman popped up and he wanted to challenge the status quo. He couldn't survive. So it is not easy for him if you want to go on that route. The second thing is that maybe you would like to form a party and then it becomes a third force with all disgruntled people, if I may put it that way, in there, and other people who think alike joining. That is a third force. In recent times, you have heard people, the conversation that a third force is important to do away with the NPP and NDC that people don't like and all that. Because these two parties are always the parties that win, and they have not delivered the public good to the satisfaction of many and the rest of them. Yes, it's a concern people are expressing, and it is their hope that they attain that. But I can say without fear of contradiction, a third force is not likely to win power anytime soon.
So
it's going to take forever. And I'm saying that based on authority.
Right. So
I have a team that we do a lot of research, and we did one, and then we carry out our activities on TV3 the last election, if you watch us.
Right.
We did a study from 1992 to 2020, and we realized that all the political parties, the smaller ones that contested election, if you put their scores together, on the average, they have not gone beyond 4%. So what are we talking about?
So I mean, thank you for all the data.
Please, if you can speak up, I'm struggling to hear.
Yes. So then why would an alliance like this come to
Yeah, that's
play?
why allow me to flow. Then
Yes.
I'll come to that.
You
So
flowed.
I'm telling you that a third force cannot survive because on the average, at least what we have seen, the average has not gone beyond 4%. And you are talking about a presidency where the threshold is what? Beyond 50%.
Right.
So that becomes an impossible adventure. But let's move into the third scenario. The third scenario is that, yes, you can be an independent candidate or independent party or a third force that will serve as a protest, entity.
Okay.
You are coming to what? Pull votes from your main party, your mother party, to punish them one way or the other. And that is, if that is the route you want to take, that one, it can really rock the boat of the MPP. Why am I saying that? Chemating is a giant, which I've said already. So if he decides to team forces with some elements of the CPP, which Mr. Green Ivor emanates from, he's likely to pull a lot of people from the NPP. I won't say a lot, a number of people from the NPP along. And remember that because of the electoral system we have in this country, that is the first past the post system, where you need to cross the finish line by one. One vote will set you apart from your contestant. It tells you that one vote is critical to move you from a candidate to become a president. So if he's able to pull even 2,000 people, I tell you, he can rock the boat of the MPP. Let me give you an example. In 2000, there was a protest party that came on board. And you recall, it's what? The Reform Party.
Indeed.
It was a protest party that really worked against the NDC. Where NDC, it was its stronghold, and they lost marginally. They lost to Reform. Because in certain places, NDC lost the votes. There are 6 Okre constituency and so I think they lost about 6 votes, where Reform had about 250. Even if 50 people had voted for the NDC in addition to what they had, they would have carried the day. So where NDC lost marginally, especially in their stronghold, and Reform got some chunk of votes, you realize that cost the party a lot. If that is what the route Mr. Chemating is taking, then he's going to rock the boat of the MPP big time. I can say without fear of contradiction because he's a giant.